I thought it was playing China. Sorry, I didn't hear.
No, that's actually why I asked the
I was really confused. I was like, is this map to this on the other side or something?
yeah. Wait, I think I made a. Is it 1 second here? All right, should be good. I'm just refreshing my stream to make sure. Okay, I think it's fine now. All right.
What time are you at?
So we're at minute 4 and 20
25,
seconds.
Yeah.
Is that where you are as well, Tarhan?
Yeah, I'm at 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the game started. I started streaming. So feel free to stream as well.
Yeah.
I'm checking. Yeah, mine's working as well.
So what are the elos of like the teams? Like, so what elo is blue and green? Like,
Yeah,
do you know
yeah, happy to mention that. So blue is Team West's strongest player. He's around 1,500. Green is at around 1,300, and then gray is around 1,100. So they're kind of strongest at the bottom, and then, so to speak, weakest at the top. For the other end, orange is I think their strongest player at around 1,500 as well. But his elo was a bit of a mystery, to be honest, because he hadn't played ranked in a long time. So a little bit of a dark horse. So interestingly, across from blue. And then red and purple, if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of the same. I believe they're somewhere between. I think they're around 1,300, both of them. So
yeah,
something like that. So we see that
right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, with orange, should he really do a dock? Like, would you think he should do a dock? I don't know. Or is it better to go aggressive from his position because he's far away from the water?
Yeah, I mean, we saw these positions in a previous game as well, and the team, like the cold colors in the west, they have more water access, but I don't think that should stop the other team from just going to the water. Purple could make a dock, has not, but that would have been a good idea. And orange, one thing that's really important in their position, like if they don't want to get cramped into the map, they have to kind of stretch themselves out to the south, down to the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
and I think they should. Like, I think orange should go down there and dock.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just to make a couple fires and go after.
Yeah.
I agree. And yeah, actually, it's a perfect moment to mention this, that blue has dropped a dock on the Mediterranean Sea at the bottom here. So I definitely think that orange needs to, and we saw this with the only other time this map was played in the tournament, that Team East, that game, ended up losing. And contributing factor, I think, is because the player in orange's position didn't drop a dock on the lake at the bottom. So I do think that Team West, though, just to give maybe a quick dynamic, is I think that they're vulnerable in the early game because it's just 2 of them on the continent right now, and 3 of the opponents. So in the short term, this is bad for Team West. So they really have a early phase that they need to survive. But in the late game, Team West has better access to the water, and once Gray's on the continent, then I think the odds start to go towards Team West. So that's the bit of the dynamic. However, who knows what will happen? And I agree with Tarant that I think it would be a good idea for orange to drop some fire ships on that lake at the bottom, which is the Mediterranean Sea. But we'll see what he does. I see he's walling off a bit, so I think he's going a bit more defensive right now. It's possible they don't know the map as well as they might like. Who knows?
I mean, I think close walls to start makes sense, but we'll have to see in, like, maybe, I don't know, Doodle or Castle if they're leaning in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that happens on this map is that, and we saw this in the other game as well, that the warm colors have a chance to split the cold color team, essentially by pushing hard at basically where green is. And that's basically puts them in a tough position, because then green might have to move south to sort of get away, and will be weakened, and then gray, they'll basically be split, so they won't be able to force it.
Because of how far like orange and blue are, and then say red and blue, purple and green, purple and red, and so they're far away from green, so there's not much. And even green's walling now, but like, even if he didn't wall, let's just say like this map's probably looking at like castle age attacks. Feudal's probably not the best way to go. You know,
well,
I agree.
I think there's a couple of ways to look at this, because so what Tarrant was saying just now with green being vulnerable, I agree, because if green gets destroyed, and I think green understands this really well, Fenris, he's doing his walls, and he's got the whole peninsula there, the Brittany Peninsula walled off, and he knows that he is the link between the two ends of his team. So I do think actually that an attack in the Feudal Age is not the worst idea, I would say, because again, Team West is vulnerable in the early phase of the game because Gray is not even on the continent yet. And actually, Gray is also vulnerable on his island because he's probably not expecting an attack there. I'll just say that Gray has discovered Red's fishing, so Team West, who are strong on the water, have discovered Red's fishing.
Already has 2 fires on the way.
Yeah, I was about to say that they're about to. I think we're going to see our first fire engagement here. Red and Gray attacking each other there.
Gray's going really hard into water. He's building a 3rd dock now, and he's.
Yeah, I'm just going to go check on the audio quickly, so I'll be back in just a minute. Feel free to take it away for a second.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like we have Gray and Red are both going pretty hard into water. Although I think Gray might be going a little harder. And then we've got archers coming up for green. Blue, I noticed, has made a 2nd dock going pure fish, so he's really going hard into fish. He's up to castle already. Meanwhile, purple and red, they've also clicked up. So what's the orange is also going up. So we've got 3 castle ages on the warm colors. Meanwhile, the cold colors, we've only got blue. And and I think if you look at Fenris, he's almost clicked up. He's almost got it.
Yeah. I'm liking Blue's position here because he's done a sneaky stable up.
Yeah, I was about to say I noticed that Blue's dropping a 3rd dock on the north, and he dropped a stable in the corner there. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on Blue's if he's gonna do some kind of attack. I also see he's starting to pump out some scouts. Blue's doing some kind of just to say, I think Blue's doing the typical Persian thing, which is to go heavy knights, and I think that's going to do the cool colors huge favors because, again, they are vulnerable at the early stage. So I hope Green and Gray understands the dynamic that he needs to come to the continent because so far he hasn't landed yet on the mainland.
Now, Orange not going water is really starting to show his eco as well. Like, economies at him and Purple, both not going water. They're really behind in the build count when it comes to like, and the eco, so that's going to affect them soon.
Sorry, just to say that Blue has done a really good job using the Persian bonus because they get those faster dock productions. So he's really going to be able to start pumping out knights. And if we look in the North Sea, Gray has completely shut down Red's fishing.
Yeah, I can see that. It's 6 fires.
Yeah. It is actually getting to a point where maybe he should calm down and bring some bills over. He's really going to be able to start pumping out. But this is actually a nice securing of Green's fish as well are now Gray safe. Has completely shut down Red's fishing.
He has.
Sorry, folks. I think I had 2 streams running there for a quick, brief second. I agree with that. I think Gray is what'd you say, Tarrant? I was just thinking that I think he might be overkilling it a bit on the water there. I mean, he's got the concept. Team West, just to finish, Team West does have the idea, which is they need to control that western lake to have a long-term chance of doing really well in this game, which I think they understand really well to keep the fish. And like you were saying, Key, the fact that they have the water is really giving them an econ bonus right now. However, Gray does need to drop onto the mainland before too long, and we actually see Red pushing now with some crossbows. So Gray better show up to help Green because Green is actually a bit exposed right now.
Gray, I don't think has clicked. Gray clicked. The Gray is not clicked up, so Gray is missing a bit to go up.
Personally, I would like from Gray is I mean he's doing a market. He's probably going up to castle now, but the castle age is a bit late from him, I think. But personally, because he's got water, I think he should. He's doing the right thing. He should have more vills on gold, I suppose. Only because I was thinking maybe army and do a landing onto green. Because if you land in there, you can green's but there's no walls. You can just come straight into green's base with a landing and be really aggressive.
Yeah.
You mean Red's base?
No, green. So if Gray did a landing onto the island of green, there's no walls protecting it on the He can just come straight in.
Gray's allied with Green. You mean?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they are. Sorry.
Yeah.
Red. Even Red. Sorry. I meant Red. Yeah, Red.
Just to say here, we're seeing now what I was kind of hinting at, which is that Team West is vulnerable in the early phase, and we see Red doing an aggressive pushy with crossbows. So Gray's absence right now on the mainland is really beginning to show. Green is dropping a panic castle there. But yeah, Gray better show up on the mainland. I don't see him building a transport, or he is building it. He just started transport, so he just got the message, I guess, and he will be coming over. He has secured the water for now. But... Say again.
I think he should go to red space or build something like behind red's. Like if you go into the top corner of the island, he could probably build some buildings up there, and he could be really annoying on like the wood line for red, and even go to purple.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just noticed that that Team East is not walled off, and so Blue is actually going to be trying to. He has a way into Team East. He's got a couple of knights there that he's going to ride into Purple's base, I think. So Purple is raiding.
Blue is getting raided pretty hard by some conquistadors and some knights.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Team West is in trouble right now.
Yeah, but Blue is going super greedy. He's got a 5th town center coming up, and nothing to do with these raids.
He has a couple of knights, so he is handling that relatively well. But it's all about whether or not Gray shows up here in any reasonable amount of time. Because so Green has a couple of organ guns now that he's defending. Blue is raiding Purple relatively well there. You see them in Purple's base, but and Team West is still ahead, but yeah, Gray has to show up.
Oh, Gray landed. Yeah, Gray landed exactly where I said he was going to land.
Oh, in the north there.
And he's doing a TC.
But of all things, he's dropping a TC.
I gotta be honest. I don't like that landing because that can get destroyed, and then he's off. I don't like
I don't like the TC, but I like where he landed because he could do some aggressive building.
Like for me, a much better location would be between Blue and Green's base. You see that space there between Blue and Green, because then he can build long-term support to his allies. Right now, he's kind of banking on like a one-trick surprise. But my sense is that Team East isn't going to lose to a one-trick surprise. So I don't know. I'm not sure I like it, but anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm very, very happy to be surprised. We see Orange raiding really hard there on Blue.
I like the landing of Gray. I just don't like the building, a town center. I
didn't like that.
Yeah, and he didn't have a barracks ready to make some other production buildings either.
Yeah, he should have had the barracks at home already, and the first building should be like 3 stables, and go into knights and just start raiding.
Blue's under considerable pressure.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Blue's macro has just been so strong that he's dropped another couple stables, so he's going to be able to pump out a lot of knights, and he's got good town center coverage. So I honestly think Blue can hold this, even though it's 2-on-1 here. He'll be able to garrison his town centers, pump out knights with all that, and probably clear this up.
Yeah, I do agree. And I see Green continues to build up organ guns, but Red is now pushing on Blue from the north with his crossbows. So Blue is under a lot of pressure here, and I really hope that his allies are going to relieve some pressure in some way to give Blue a good chance. I agree, though, that Blue he's set up really well with the economy. He's got good coverage with his town centers, but he is under pressure.
Okay, Hypnos might be going for a castle drop here. I don't know if I'm gonna like where he's gonna put it. If right on them 2 TCs behind the wood line would be perfect, but I don't think he has enough fills to get it up if they have army. Yeah, he done it right exactly where I said, but I don't know if that's gonna go up.
I think he's sending another villager there, so that is a really gutsy move. A little bit of an answer to Orange's drop. Yeah,
but I don't know if it goes up. If Red sees this already. I know if I'm gonna go into Red's fog of war and see if he sees this.
I'm seeing Green. He doesn't see it, eh? I see Green has a nice force of organ guns, but they have not. They're not doing anything right now, and Blue's under a lot of trouble. So I'm not sure if they're communicating and this is somehow planned. But Blue is really a lone wolf down here, and he's doing well for the moment. But whether that's gonna last, I don't know.
Yeah, Red's just lost 2 vills already. And castle's going to be really annoying. There's 4 vills dead. Super annoying castle in between 2 TCs.
Yeah.
Blue's fighting so efficient. He just cleared up all the crossbows without losing a single.
Yeah, Blue's playing super solid.
Yeah.
These are the types of people I always lose against. Like, I'm like, how are they building army? But like, I'm throwing everything I've got at them. But yeah, super good macro by Blue. Like,
it's like he's winning a 2 versus 1 somehow.
I know. Yeah, just vills for the win.
Yeah, Gray's castle drop seems to have come in just in time. We see red doing something interesting though. He's dropping a town center there. That might not go up though. Gray has got some troops there. Green, I'm surprised, is not really in. I mean, he must be waiting for critical mass, but he's just kind of holding back for now.
So Gray's just trying to be annoying by the looks of it with Hypno's like towers and castles. He's just trying to
I mean, he's succeeding. Look at the damage up there.
I know. I don't like the tower. I like the castle and I like the knights. I don't really like the towers. The towers though, I don't see what they're going to accomplish. And then he's building it right next to a siege workshop.
Yeah,
which is probably not the best idea.
I see red has
orange are up to. Sorry, green and orange are up to Imperial Aid.
Okay.
And orange, he might be coming in with trebs against blue, so that might be a problem. Green is probably going to build up into a death ball and try to that.
Yeah. So I see red has sent his reinforcements of crossbows to fight gray. So gray is gonna have to, like you were saying, Key, like I mean, it was nice the castle drop, but I don't know what his long-term answer is here. And this is what I was worried about from the beginning, which is that once this gets pushed off, he's off the continent, and then he's got nothing on the continent again. So, I mean, hopefully he's got a way to. I see him dropping a bunch of new buildings there in the top left of, basically in the Netherlands or Belgium up there. So he's doing what he can. But yeah, blue holding out really well down there. But we see orange getting stronger. Purple is also in strength now. He's got camels as well. So things have been going well for Team West so far. But yeah, I guess the question now is, can green with his death ball, Imperial Portuguese death ball, play a huge role there by putting pressure on the front door of Team East?
I would really have liked to have seen a siege workshop from Gray. You know, maybe like along with these towers, because then he can start pushing down the town centers without having to build buildings in range.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And yeah, Gray, I mean, he's a real nuisance here. We see his score is pretty solid. I'd love to see him drop some villagers down in Spain there, in northern Spain, at the bottom behind Blue's base, so that he can support Blue. But yeah, so far Blue is doing pretty well there, but he is under pressure. We got purple and orange at his front door, so it feels a bit like a 3 versus 2 right now. But yeah, we'll have to see how this all plays out.
Do you know what though? So Blue has had his town centers under pressure. You know, one of them is being trebbed down. The other one has been sitting under castle fire for about 5 minutes. But he's Persians. Those take forever to kill. And he's added more behind. He's up to 7 town centers right now.
As you were saying that, I was watching these villagers run to the back of his base. You see those villagers there in northern Spain, at the very bottom of the map? So he understands he has space behind him, so hopefully he uses that space to rebound. I believe Gray.
You're right about those towers. They're not really doing much. Look, Purple's building a castle right under it.
Yeah.
Those towers were just, waste of stone, waste of wood. I would have liked him to maybe, like you said, maybe even when he went at the top, he should have at least done another transport with Vils and started building down here, you know?
Yeah. Blue is making a bit of a push here, but I'm not sure I'm not sure I like it, because he can't beat that. So he may lose that whole force there. The real hidden factor now is green. He's got this large army that he's building up in the middle of the map, so when we see him punch, but you know what's strange is that it feels like the cool colors are kind of just, they're fighting independently, all of them. They're not fighting as a group, whereas Team East is doing a better job of fighting as a group. And see, Blue has lost that battle down there, so Blue is now in a tough spot. I don't think he has any castles left. He has no army. That's their strongest player. So Gray is being pushed off at the top there. So it's,
I was going to say, I quite like what Orange has done. The fact he's gone fast in, and he's, he hasn't gone crazy on his eco, which has allowed him to be very aggressive on this push with these trebs and stuff. I still feel like this is a better position. Like, I feel like the tides will turn around for Orange and Purple here eventually, because this is starting to get really messy now.
Yeah, I think Gray has essentially lost in the top left, so his landing has failed essentially. Blue's army is destroyed, although I think he's gonna hold on there, and he's gonna do like a fighting retreat, but he's got no castles. Purple has knights in his base, and Green so far, unfortunately to say, has been a no factor. But he is moving ahead now, so he hasn't sent any reinforcements out of Blue, so I'm not really sure what they may be like. They're ahead in the economy, I think, right?
We could deny this castle from MPJ. Yeah, it's probably getting denied.
Gray is still kind of hanging in there with some villages at the top there, but if we just look at the resources here, I'm seeing that
I think
okay.
if blue holds this by a miracle somehow, then and green gets into purple's base or like does a lot of damage to red, I could see the being really hard for, especially because red's not really had the best of games. He's he's got hit by gray, in the top corner of his base.
So we see green's now doing a push there. He's doing that front door push, and so red is now in trouble. But so is blue. Blue is not.
Yeah.
He's hanging in there, but he's not thriving, and he has to kind of retreat to the back there and somehow keep his economy going. But
he's also their best player as well.
He is, yeah.
But he is also on 170 villages, so that's not good. That means he can't build much military.
So it is 300 population.
Oh.
As I say that though, I'm seeing nobody is above 300. I really hope they change that setting.
Yeah, they're all on like 210. Wow.
I mentioned it a few times that this is supposed to be 300 population, so hopefully that.
No, blue is above 200, so.
Oh, you're right.
They're
Okay.
at least 250, yeah.
Yeah.
But green is he's going halberd, organ gun, and his cannons are now coming up. So, and I don't see what red can do against this push from green once the siege comes out. Purple is amassing an army of cavalry, camels, and I guess it's stay with camels. But he's going to have to be careful because of those halberds. He needs to wait for help from a teammate. Orange, meanwhile, is just trying to push into blue, but blue is doing this great job of just being this sponge that's slowly being pushed back, but making them spend a lot of time doing it. Lots of skirmishers to pick off the conquistadors, and then any run-throughs the knights.
Yep, you're right. And Gray is hanging in there at the back of the base, doing a kind of like a Robert the Bruce kind of style guerrilla warfare with knights in the back.
I love that he put a second town center back there.
Yeah, he's annoying for sure. Like annoying to the opponents. Green has to be careful though. Purple's doing a charge now. His spears are not nearby. So green might lose. Yeah, green might lose this actually. Because he's not. Okay, he saw it. So he's bringing his. He might lose this though, because his helps went in, and he doesn't have any left. So green might lose his force here. Purple might have done the trick here and destroyed green's force. Yeah, it is close, guys.
It's a super hard map to play though because these the water advantage is so big. It's like if you don't fight for water at all, I think like red and purple should have fought water 100% in early game, like especially with Persians.
Yeah, I agree. I will say that I don't know if you remember during the chat, I said it landed on France, and I was asking like, does anyone veto it? Because it was kind of like my last chance to both teams. Like, you guys sure you want to play this one? But because
it's like they're nearly 100 pop ahead on villages, which is huge difference. So like green and blue are almost 100 vills ahead of orange and purple, and MPJ is actually got more villages than both. Like it's come back into it somehow with more vills.
That's awesome. I see he's dropping some. Yeah, he's dropping some new docks actually there. I see the Gray's ships are back in action, and I see green is actually starting to put pressure there on orange. So I'm happy to see that, because if purple is crippled, then that's it. So green is now putting pressure on orange, and it looks like blue and green are going to fight together to destroy orange's forward castles.
And Gray has run through with paladins in orange's base. He's raiding orange.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. So purple is mirroring that. He's got some couple of camels there.
Yeah, them sneaky stables at the back of purple's base are gonna be super annoying.
Yeah.
It was a good thing to do after all, I suppose, because it's just really annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
If you have it coming at you all game.
So look at this.
Green and blue are now clearing up this advanced position from orange.
Yeah.
Green has come down with reinforcements, and especially lots of.
I'm seeing those cannons. Look at these 5 cannons. So that is quite impressive. Guys, I see orange has dropped a harbor there on the Mediterranean Sea at the bottom. So the concept of building docks down there, happy to see that from Team East. So let's see if they do. Oh no, what happened? Did they GG?
That's GG. Yep.
Oh, they dropped out. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
that ended.
It made sense. It made
Yeah.
sense. Green was pushing. Red didn't have anything to stop his push. Gray was raiding really hard, and they had just lost their advanced position against arguably the strongest players you mentioned, Blue, who managed to survive the storm.
I guess they made that early push, and then that was because Team West was vulnerable early, and so that was the time to do it. They did it. They did really well. I love how Blue was using the space at the back of his base there. Green reacted, he helped Blue. Yeah, you're right. It does make sense. I kind of thought that Team East would push off Gray in the top there, and then kind of do like a rally on the eastern side of the map, but interesting. All right, so the first game goes to Team Rupinfish. So congrats to them. Let's any thoughts, Key, on the result?
I kind of expected that the guys who have the water already were probably going to win, just because this map, not a lot of people will get it, but like water's a huge eco difference. Like you don't have to defend it as much. So let's just say you're getting raided, like farms and stuff. Like you don't have to have so many farms. You can just have it all on water.
Yeah. Yeah, both games, the team that was on the western side won.
I just wish they would have fought for water at least, or at least been more aggressive on land somehow. Like you said, because you can't play into the late game with if they have the water boom, you just can't do it. Yeah. Especially the fact that purple didn't help red, because there's two people, Gray and Green. They're obviously going to have ships. I mean, Green didn't have to because Gray. It was just enough for Gray just alone to just kill red because purple didn't help. Yeah, I would have liked to just see a bit more water action.
Yeah,
personally.
And just to buttress that point, I think Blue went so hard on the Mediterranean. Orange had contested it, then Blue would have had a much harder time holding off against what was at one point 3 players attacking. But because he was able to have such a strong economy, and especially that Persian bonus coming in clutch, allowing him to pump out even more fishing boats, he was really just able to boom out of being.
Yeah, it's a great point, and I think we mentioned it at the beginning of the game. Like, it would have been nice to see Orange go for the Mediterranean Sea at the bottom, and at least they would have had that one lake. But that's interesting. But folks, it is a best out of 3 series. And by the way, we actually have an audience of 6 people here on I think on YouTube. So this is a best out of 3 series, and so Team East is not out. The next game will be on a standard ranked map. So that's kind of the idea of having a best out of 3, so that if the game is on a map like this, at least it'll be balanced out with other games on other maps. So do you guys want to jump over to the main chat there, and just we will just chat with the players quickly before they go into their next game.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm ready for a regular map.
All right, folks. Are you well done, everyone? That was game 1. Game 1 goes to Team Rupinfish. However, it is a best out of 3, so it is not over. Yeah, next game will be standard rank map. So I'm just going to do the roll the dice to see which one it's going to be. Just a quick second here. Everyone's okay for the game 2 now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh. All right. So this will be. Can you all see that amazing system there? The dice there, the first one. All right.
Yeah.
So again, number 1, if it rolls on 1, it's Arabia. 2, it is 4 lakes. 3, Mediterranean. 4, Oasis, and then 5, migration. Oh, did it not go?
It did. It was 5.
Okay.
It was 4 originally, and then it was 5, but yeah.
Okay.
We should only roll 1 dice.
I should just roll 1 dice? Okay.
He did. It was on 4. I watched it, and you went, did it do it? And then you clicked it again, because it looked the same, but it went from 4 to 5.
Oh, I see.
It was a 5 dice that first came up.
Okay. Looks like I screwed up the dice roll here. So it's on a 5 now. I think are we good for that? That would be migration. So looks like the game will be on the migration map. Okay. So folks, Does who created the? I'm hearing some. There's someone's moving something around. I don't know who that is.
I'm sorry. That's me.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so just to say that Gabriel, do you want to create the game again?
It's up and 4 people are in.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the name of it?
It's the same name.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Tourney
Awesome.
16.
Awesome. Very good, very good. All right, thanks so much. So it'll be migration. I think we're all set up to go. Same this time though. Just remember it's max population 200, and it's now conquest. And I think that's it. So if everyone's okay with that, I think we'll do the same thing as before. We'll jump into our separate chats. Any quick questions or anything like that?
No.
Oh.
You can play this one, man. I'd rather cast, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
I liked watching that, and to be fair,
Yeah. I'm in the mood of playing, so that's perfect.
yeah, no worries,
Okay.
man.
All right. Thanks everyone for appreciate that. Okay. All right. So folks, I'll let you guys go into your separate separate chats, and then we'll see you all on the flip side.
There's a pop 200 victory conquest, right?
That's right. Pop 200 conquest hidden civ. Make sure.
Should the map size be 6?
Can you-
6? Oh yeah, that's a good catch actually.
map size 6. Yeah, that's right.
So previous game doesn't count? It was on 8.
No.
Just kidding.
The previous game, the map doesn't change based on how many players there are, but
Okay,
there you
that's
go.
true answer.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
folks. All right, so best of luck, and then catch you guys after.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep, cheers.
See you guys. Let's have fun.
All right, are we back?
AoE.
Okay,
I'm
we're
gonna
back.
I'm gonna be on my phone. But
Only
only for like 5 to 10 minutes. Just yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm streaming on Twitch right.
Do you want to
now.
sorry, feel free to, if you
Right.
need to take a call, feel free to just mute yourself, and then
Okay.
and then join after you're done the call. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just so I could watch and catch up, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see. Sorry, I didn't.
So you can't do Twitch, but you can do Discord. Is that what you're saying?
I can watch on Twitch. It'll just be delayed, won't it?
Sorry, guys, I missed the
Yeah,
question.
a little
What
bit,
was
yeah.
what was the question? Sorry.
I was just
He
asking. Could he
wants
stream
me
on
to
Discord?
stream through Discord so you can update. Yeah, I'll see if I.
I'm
If it's
actually
too much-
I'm actually
Hopefully
able.
this works. Like,
I'm
yeah,
able
I'll
to.
keep that up.
I'm able to do that as well on my end. I can stream the capture.
Okay, as long-
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it up. So yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully it follows the camera around because I don't know how it interacts with Capture Age.
No, it doesn't work
Alright.
with Capture Age. You have to change the window to Capture Age when it goes to Capture Age. With the change window button.
Yeah, you know what? I might just make it.
Yeah, no worries. You can share it. You can do it on your screen, or you can do it on the application.
All right.
OP right now.
Okay, guys. I think we should. Are we set up now?
Yep, I think we're set up.
Okay. So the
Waiting for
game. So
to
you.
start.
So Key. I think you are. I don't know if you have Capture Age, but you're able to watch it directly on through Capture Age if you like.
Yeah, no, I think you just need to step away from the computer, but he'll keep up on.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
once it starts, he'll be able to see it on my stream, and then.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so just to quickly go over some basics here. So Team Rupinfish has won game 1. That was on the real world maps for anyone joining now. And that was on the France map. The next game, though, will be on the migration map. I have to be honest, I was kind of hoping for a land map, mostly land map, but it landed on the 5, so that's what it is. So it is a rematch of the same two teams. This is the semifinals. It is between the first place team from Group 2 and the second place team from Group 1. So actually the first place team from Group 2 won that game. Team Rupinfish was first in Group 2. So we're just waiting now for the game to start. I'm joined by Tarhunt and Key, who will be coming back any moment now.
Any predictions for Civs?
I don't have any predictions for Civs. I think
I
was going to say.
Sorry, just asking about the bans. I don't know what they were.
That would be a great thing to ask them, actually. Yeah, I don't know what they were either. Let me see if I can ask somebody who's in game. I'm just going to see if I can ask someone in the game. All right. So I do think that the fact that this is on the migration map plays into the favor of the Team Rupinfish. Not just because they have the fish in their name, but also because I think that Team CyberJ, they kind of are strong early in the game, but unfortunately, I'm not sure that is such a huge factor on a map like migration. But so I would say that Team Rupinfish is favored here for the second game, but I have not the first time I've been proven wrong. So if I'm proven wrong, I'll be very happy, I guess, because then we'll have a third game, but we'll just have to see who takes the game. What about you, Tarrant? Do you have any predictions for Civs?
For Civs, I don't know. We'll probably see Vikings and Dravidian. There have been a lot of Dravidians as well, so those will probably see those. But I agree. Like Rupinfish, they really understood what to do with France. Like you could see a very clear game plan there, with Fish taking the Mediterranean. And then Fenris just making sure he shored up their center so they didn't get split, and then Gray going all out on. When I say all out, he did eco, but he built those town centers behind the enemy base, so they had a very clear plan. So did the other team, but like CyberJ, they tried to take out Blue, but he was so far away. Like a Fish was so far away that they were hard to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking they obviously will understand how to deal with migration.
Yeah, and I think, I would agree. I have a feeling that Fenris might have shared a few insights on the map during their pre-game chat, potentially. But it is a different story for migration, much more evenly laid out, of course. So we will see how Team Rupinfish reacts on a map that's has less dependency, I suppose, on certain players doing well. I guess they got lucky as well because their two strong ELO players were on the mainland, and then their lower ELO player was on the protected island, so to speak. So I guess that kind of, they got a little bit lucky, I suppose. But who knows? I think it was a well-deserved win. But don't rule out Team CyberJ. They've in the group stage. They had some really solid games, so I'm definitely expecting them to.
And I think they'll probably be more comfortable on a standard map anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a great game. And Migration is a great map. I really love that map. The more I see games on it, the more I like it. Because it's actually, the strategy is really complicated. And it looks like the game has started, so we can talk once we I'm going to jump in there.
Yeah. I'm going to go spectate as well. I was going to say one last thing in terms of predictions. We tend to see certain water maps, water civs coming up again and again. It's usually, Vikings, Byzantines, Dravidians,
Yeah,
Saracens.
and Persians, apparently double Persians again.
Oh.
We've got a pause, so I don't know if the players have said anything.
Yeah, so we see the Dravidians there. We see Vikings. I haven't seen anything in terms of pausing. Hold on. It's possible that they. I wonder if they messaged me. Hold on. Okay. I'm not sure what the cause of the ban is, but it's possible that I'm not seeing any chatter either. So who knows what the deal is there? Convenient for us because we're waiting for Key to get back, but should be fine. 1 second here.
Oh, you know what it might be? It might be that they didn't do team position. Because I'm seeing that Gray, who is the extremity color. Yeah, that's what it was. Team positions was not. So they're going to restart that. That's okay. That's understandable, yeah. Because we definitely want the teams to be able to choose who they put in the pocket.
Oh, yeah, that makes complete sense. Unfortunately, it looks like someone... I didn't mention it, so maybe my fault. We mention all the things, total population, conquest, all this stuff, but obviously sometimes things get lost in the settings. So yeah, too bad, but that's okay.
That's all right.
We'll just wait for the
I can.
game.
I'll just mention what I was going to say before, which was that migration is it creates some really interesting games because there's that big question of how much do you invest in water before focusing on the main continent? And I always thought the idea was to fight for water long enough to get a foothold on the main continent and then just go all out on the main continent. But actually, there's a team previously that showed us that that's actually not right. You can go pretty heavy on water and take over your opponent's starting islands, provided you can mine some of their resources. And then go to the mainland, as long as you do it soon enough that you don't completely lose it. But you can play that game as well. You can let them focus on the mainland while you take more of the water, and then maybe 10-15 minutes after them you go hard into the mainland.
And maybe I'll say that this is interesting because this map migration has been played on twice in the tournament so far. In the group stage games, and it went both ways. One time, the team that went all heavy on the main continent first won the game. The second time, the team that took out the opponent's islands and was actually a bit slower on the main continent actually took the game on the long run. So, really interesting map. I agree. It's become one of my favorites. It's great to see it in the semifinals here, and we'll see how those two teams balance it. So we're hoping to get that game started as soon as possible. Okay, so I see that the game is up. Everyone's in. So hopefully it starts.
And it looks like they're going. Oh, I think it has started. Yep.
It has started. Okay, here we go.
So it looks like they've got their positions as they wanted it. They wanted Fenris on one of the flanks. So we've got Rupinfish east and Cyberjay to the west.
What's your minute, by the way?
I'm at 50 seconds, just coming up.
Okay, perfect. So am I. All right, do you want to introduce warm colors maybe? Or?
Yeah, I'll do warm colors. So we've got, as predicted, we've got two Dravidians. We've got two Dravidians, two Persians. So we've got two mirror civs. And NPJ is as the Dravidians on one of the flanks in the northwest. Then as the pocket, we've got a Burgundian. I wonder what their plan is with Burgundians on leaning water. And then Gabil as Persians on the other flank. Not surprised to see a Persian. Maybe a bit surprised to see him on the flank, but docks do work faster. That is, Persians, you can't go wrong with a lot of.
Yeah. And this is interesting as well because I think we've seen those. We may have seen Dravidians, especially on this map before. So Team East, we have Fish playing Vikings. In the pocket position, green is Persians. Again, that repeat civ. And then we have Gray playing Dravidians, Fenris playing Dravidians. So I'll say I actually really like this I guess this map comes in different variations. I think the last one was a more wintry style. This one's more tropical, so a nice tropical continent here. Just from a visual aesthetic point of view, that's kind of nice. But yeah, so really interesting to see how this goes. This map is of course much more even, so essentially everyone's on a Britain this time, and it is a race to the continent. So I'm interested to see Orange playing Persians there on the wing, but I guess they are banking on taking control of the main continent, so that'll of course be useful when they do that. Are Persian ships necessarily bad? I don't think they are.
They're fine. They're good. They have good water, and one of the nice things they have is faster working docks. They
that's
have
right. Okay.
so they'll be able to produce those quickly. And on the other side, you've got Vikings that have the cheaper ships. So it's the faster production versus the cheaper production. That's going to be an interesting flank to watch. Not to say that the other flank is uninteresting. It's a Dravidian mirror, so we'll see who can wield the Dravidians more effectively, red against gray. But I have to say, I'm really interested in this Burgundian. I don't know what its purpose is.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I suspect this is going straight to the mainland and booming.
Yeah.
I don't know what other reason there would be for.
Yeah, it's a great observation, and just to say that so Burgundians are a personal favorite of mine. So when you say why Burgundians, I'm like, well, of course Burgundians, because they're amazing. But no, it's it is a good point that like why on this map, but you would kind of associate it for other maps. But I think they might have observed the pattern of the prior games potentially, and so maybe they are just banking on taking control of this main continent here, which is of course the deciding factor. So yeah, maybe looking for a strong Castle Age knight build that can preempt any drops from the other side on the mainland. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but the question is just can they get to that point? Because we did see in that last game how the team that ended up winning was the one that was able to take the enemy islands. So far, our stats are absolutely even. Actually, sorry, Team West slightly ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Burgundians can get gill nets and age early in Italy, which can really just beat up that thing. I wonder if that's something we're going to see.
Gill nets, the fishing gill nets?
Yeah, the faster, I think it's 15% faster fishing. So once you've got, I'm not sure if it'll be worth it, but it could be part of the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. Like Burgundians are a great civ. I'm just curious what the plan is on this high.
Right. I'm just going to mention quickly that we have some chatter in the chats of on the YouTube. So I'm seeing some folks there were desperate for the game to start, but it is on now. So hopefully you guys are entertained. The show must go on. Are you not entertained? All right. So I just wanted to quick shout out to that. So yeah. Anyway, just from a purely tournament perspective, I'm just really happy that that we've been able to do that. There has been no major tech hitches, and everything's up and running. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, just looking forward to see how this will go. So the onus is now on Team West to stay in this tournament. So they need to win this game to force a game 3. So that is the warm colors.
And we see a much faster feudal time from Blue than his other opponent. Orange opted, I guess, to get more fish before clicking up, but he has not even clicked up yet. So he will not have clicked up by the time Blue is already in feudal age. And that's a little bit of a problem because Blue is Vikings, and so his winning water depends on getting that galley mass up, and he's got no opposition to that. He's going to be able to pump galleys, get like 4 or 5 rounds of galleys before Orange even brings out a single fire.
Yeah, that is awkward. And we see Blue has 3 docks. He's in the feudal, and he's pumping out galleys, as you were saying, whereas Orange is still, over a minute away from going, and he's pretty far away from purple. So Orange is in a vulnerable spot here. His docks as well are facing Blue, which is bad news. So Orange may have to do a fishing boat evac, and we'll see how that goes. Up north, but Team West is interestingly ahead in the score. So we don't know what that means exactly, but
Hey guys.
hey, Key, you're back. All right, we're in the game. Do you see we're at 11 minutes
yeah.
and 30 seconds?
Yeah, I'm in the game. I fast forwarded it.
Fantastic.
So, Key, since you're back, I'm gonna go wash it.
Okay, no worries.
No rest for the wicked. All right, we see Blue is going on his opening attack there. Do you see that in the bottom of the map? Blue is going in with his galleys.
Five galleys, and Orange has literally just got to feudal, which is not good news.
Yeah.
And he's only just getting his third dock up as well, which is
Yeah.
Blue's constant building. And he's going for Orange is going for fires.
He is, but the question is, can he get them out in time? I think he's going to lose all his fishing boats by the time they come out, and his docks are in an exposed position. That is rough. So Team West is now in a tough position right off the bat. But Purple is the first player in the game to land on the continent. And he's got villagers on the mainland. So it looks like the warm colors are going to be doing their early push on the continent there in the middle.
Yeah, he just lost all his fishing ships apart from one.
Yeah. I'm at minute 13:27. I see he's got one left, and that's it. So Orange is significantly behind, and Blue is going to continue his rampage. Yeah, looks like
this is a problem too, because now Purple, who probably wasn't planning to fight for water and just planned on going to the mainland, he's now going to have to deal with Blue galley as well.
Yeah, and actually Purple is evacuating his fishing boats.
And this transport is going to be found.
So he already is on the mainland. Purple has landed. Was the first player to do that. He's got 4 villagers there, which is good. That's the one thing Team West is going for them right now. I see Gray and Red are having a duel there on the northern part, and Red is losing. So Team West really a rough spot here on the water.
And so this plan for the Burgundians, we see now exactly what it is. It's as we suspected. Get fast to the mainland and start.
Yeah.
I like what he did though, sending them in feudal, because it's like I played this I think in the tournament, and I got surrounded on my island because my pocket obviously went past castle and didn't go on water. But I feel like you need to send at least 4 or 5 villages in feudal in a transport, just even on a lumber camp, just somewhere. It doesn't have to be a TC, just to at least you've got a position somewhere on the mainland, you know.
Yeah.
If you get surrounded.
Yeah. And so Red's fishing boats, Blue is hunting around for them, and Purple has hidden his fishing boats.
But he found
way in the back of his base, but Blue's gonna find them.
Blue found them, yeah. And he's coming with a second fleet. Orange is raiding with his...
No, he's backing off. He doesn't think it goes any further.
Oh my goodness! What a Team West is still alive. These fishing boats, like, it's really funny. He's like, no way, they're way the heck down there. And look, Red is rallying a bit there, pushing Gray back, and hopefully Blue sees that he does. So Blue and Gray might fight together here against Red. And Red, unfortunately, has to retreat. Yeah, Team West continues to be weak on the water. He's trying to rebound. Orange is trying to rebound on the water, but it is tough. I haven't seen any demo ships so far. I think those would be useful right now.
Or just a couple fires.
Yeah.
Some fires to tank front line. Great micro from Red, though.
Yeah, great micro from Red. He just needed a bit of help.
Yeah. He'll be able to keep most of those alive, and critically, he'll be able to keep his fishing alive a while longer. Even though he doesn't have that many. He only had 3 fishing ships.
Oh, he built a trade cog by accident. I think he tried to build a demo.
Oh no.
Oopsies.
This happens even in the pro level. People are constantly accidentally making trade cards.
This is interesting though. Team East is actually pulling away from Red. So Red lives to see another day, and Orange has built a new fleet. Unfortunately, no galleys at all, though, just fire ships. So
I feel like if he... I mean, he has how many fires? He has 7 fires. I feel like he could win that. There's some weak ones in there.
He just needs to micro properly. He needs to send some forward and then run a couple more. Yeah,
maybe
looks like he's trying to engage.
Maybe Red will come help because no, he's not. He's stopped. advancing there. So
Yeah.
green has landed on the mainland, has dropped 1 TC. Purple though has 2 and continues to expand. First barracks going down, first military building on the continent. So
Oh, no.
warm colors are a
Oh.
little bit ahead.
That's not good.
Yeah, blue has just gotten his war galley upgrade, and
Yeah.
so
But he's just running though. He's not even fighting.
yeah,
just
some
lost,
really
like-
great hits. And something to know about war galleys, they're just a little bit slower than galleys, and so it's actually allowed those fire galleys to get a few extra.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that. That's a good.
I think they're just a little bit slower.
So I see blue's fleet is sitting in front of purple's base. Meanwhile, purple is fishing at the back of his island, and purple is already on the mainland. So blue is raiding purple, but purple has already gotten through. So bit of an interesting dynamic there. Red looks like red's going on a raid in the top there. So for the first time in the game, Team West might be getting some damage in, some econ damage in. Green is dropping a second TC there on the mainland, and blue is dropping a TC. So Team East is they have now more TCs on the mainland, at least going up, than Team West. So yeah, bit of a tough spot there.
So I think I was wrong about that. They are not faster.
Who?
I think they used to.
Which ones are not faster?
War galleys versus regular galley.
Oh, I see.
I thought that the Castle Age upgrade made them slightly slower, but I just checked online. But yeah, it looks like the red and gray continue to spar on the water.
Orange has got some demos here inside these docks.
Oh, nice.
Maybe we see a kaboom. Oh,
Yeah.
that was big.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen several go out at once. Oh no,
Oh.
they saw it.
Yeah, that was some
Yeah,
damage.
good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one
He's
will
seen
not
it
make.
now. He should stop. He needs to send them fires in as well while he was doing that. He's got 3 fires just doing nothing.
A nice battle going on at the top here. So I will say, Key, I remember you saying you would have liked to have seen more water battles in the last game. Well, you got them in this
Yeah.
game, so
Orange definitely should have already sent some vills in a transport, but he's gonna actually fully get surrounded here by the looks of it. He's castle and he hasn't even sent any vills over yet. I'm not liking his position.
red has
And he's going for another TC on his main island. That is really bad.
who orange?
Orange,
Orange,
yeah,
yes.
because he's getting surrounded here.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
he's trying to not fall behind too far with the economy because he sees he's behind. But yeah, he should get a transport through. Red has landed on the mainland, but I see that green is now dropping a castle on the continent. So unfortunately,
He could easily get a transport with that top dock. Easily. He's doing it. He's doing it exactly with the dock I said.
orange
He's building
or
2
red?
Orange, yeah. Orange. 2 transports in the top dock.
Oh, I see. Oh dang, he
He
needs.
needs to go. He needs to go now.
I would build it on
Yeah.
the dock on the back of his base. though.
Oh, look what's coming.
Yeah, I think that's a bad move. I think he should.
Oh,
That's gonna
boy.
be sunk. Yeah,
Oh.
it's gonna get sunk. Oh no, that's tough to see unless
Oh,
some miracle happens. But
Uh,
yeah.
he's seen
Unfortunately, blue
He's
has
gonna
seen
get-
it now.
You've
Yeah,
seen it. Well, orange is coming, and he'll be able to stall
it.
out.
He should have done this so sooner though, because now he's gonna
Yeah.
get surrounded.
yeah, that's tough. And Team East continuing to be strong. Although purple now dropping his 4th TC on the mainland. So I think the hopes of Team West are with purple.
Yeah, with purple, 100%. Purple's doing a good job here. Even MPJ's doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as Fenris. He's got 2 TCs on there, and
Yeah.
also blue as well. Blue's got 2 TCs whilst he's doing all this attack on water.
We can't underestimate green though. He's far away ahead
Yeah, green's 3 TC as well.
but he's up to 96.
So even
He's
their
about to hit
position on the
100.
mainland is looking better than Team West, but purple's got a great economy so far on the land. He's probably got the best, but yeah.
And orange
what-
did
at
not
what
get
cost?
over.
Yeah, orange
I know.
never made it over. It's really too
That's
bad.
what I said
Yeah.
about the feudal, that you need a transport, an early feudal with
Yeah,
5
exactly.
vills just to go and put a lumber camp and wait. And as soon as your castle, boom, you can build the TC.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would have liked to
Yeah,
have
it's
seen
just
him
bad.
build a transport on the his dock at the back and not risk trying to do it right in front of the opposing wide side. But anyway, we know there's so much going on in these games, so I think at this point Orange
Yeah.
needs to just try to hang in there, at least keep control of his island. But yeah, look at this. Blue is just completely a true Viking raid here.
He needs to do a castle or something. He needs like
You know, one of his options
He's got
could
the
have been
stone.
to get a university up and put up some towers and get
no,
heated
he's
shot.
floating so much gold. He should have all his vills on stone maybe, but he can't because like I said, they range the TC. It's bad
He needs
TC.
to. He just needs a couple of towers and get a university with heated shot. Then he can start taking coastline. And
Yeah,
then
that's
he can
literally
maybe
his
try to-
only option right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, just speaking of castles dropping, purple is dropping a castle right next to green. Unfortunately for purple, green already has a castle right next door, but I do think that this is going to be the opening move of purple's kind of push against on the continent. So it's really up to purple and red now to try to rally on the continent, take control of the continent as best as they can, because orange ain't coming at the moment anyway.
Green and purple are both on the way to Imperial at approximately the same time. So they're going to get into a Treb war. And it looks like we've got Cavalier for purple. So it looks like Knights is the option for purple. So we have Burgundian Paladins, probably, at least Cavalier. And then a Treb war right on the green space.
Yeah. I'm seeing purple is really doing well right now on the continent. I'd love to see red drop more town centers on the mainland. I see he's only got one at the moment. I guess he's trying to keep Team East busy on the water, but I feel like red needs to really go all in on the continent right now and just forget the water for the time being.
He needs to use whatever fishing ships he has, whatever military on water he has to go and help Orange, because if Orange is dead here, he's out of the game.
I would have even thought red should have done that a while ago. He should have just... He's already over on the continent, so send his ships to Orange to help Orange get to the continent, because the continent is where this game is going to be won or lost here.
Did you just see what Blue done? He just used the transport to sneak vills over. He's building a castle.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
take all these resources.
And Orange tried to fight back with some mangonels, but he managed to get one longboat down before.
Purple does have a second castle up, and he has a siege workshop on the mainland, so he's putting a lot of pressure on green. Green though, dropping camels, a lot of camels here. He is Persians and Burgundian horses against camels.
He's ready. He's ready, and the Treb war has started.
Yep. Although he might be able to use his castles here to scare away those camels, but unfortunately, this is the worst thing for purple. Yeah.
Oh,
Orange is trying to hold off with a mangonel.
He can deny this.
Yeah,
he will.
He needs to keep working on it. Yeah, he will. Okay.
Well played from Orange. He should have done the towers sooner, but this is really well played from Orange. And he's taking some ships with a mango.
Yeah, and repairing it. Orange is still in this.
Playing super smart now.
Yeah, well done.
Keep playing.
But I think that
really behind.
I'm just watching this purple-green duel in the middle of the map. So purple has taken down one of green's castles. So purple is hanging in there. Unfortunately, he needs to get some pikes out though. I think he's doing it now as well. He is starting to build pikes against those camels. I'd really love to see. Red has dropped the second TC here on the mainland. So I am really interested to see what will happen here. This is a really strange game. We've got a battle on an island in the middle of the map, and a sea battle is still happening, although it looks like red has more or less lost it now. But still there, actually.
Red is in this dilemma of like, red and gray both, in this dilemma of like, okay, I don't want to completely lose water, but I do want to start investing on the main.
Blue's getting the castle up.
Oh, he is gonna get up. He's got a Baram as well.
Orange is full dead. It's gonna be like you're actually gonna see the market disappear, the TCs disappear.
He might actually be eliminated.
Yeah, he's gonna be eliminated. No, there's no way. Like he's like 100% getting eliminated now.
Yeah, purple is raiding green there on the continent. So let's see what comes of that. Unfortunately, he's attacking farms. I'm not sure. He must have not been watching, and but he is raiding gray up there and repairing his last castle and taking down green's trebs. So
now, did purple lose his trebuchets?
He did lose them, yeah.
Yeah. He's got one cannon here. That should help him out. So maybe he might be able to keep this castle.
He is trying to take
unless those knights come in and pick it off.
A lot of camels from Hypnos.
Yep.
A lot of camels. Hypnos is playing super strong here.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Team Cyber J, Team West here a little bit because both games were kind of a lot of water involved. Um, but looks like purple here. He got the halberdier upgrade, so he's gonna be able to take out these camels, I think. But he lost his villagers, so hopefully he can keep that castle up.
And Burgundians can do well in the late game, you know, halberd siege with some hand cannons. He should be able to do pretty well, but he just doesn't have enough support from his allies. Red is trying to get some more eco up. His main island has been surrounded.
He's dropping barracks now as well on the continent, but I feel like it's late. He should have done this a while ago. And there we see the GG. Dang. All right. Well, that was close. Amazing camels there from green. Doing a really great pocket move there by getting the counter to the Burgundians. So dang. I feel bad a bit for Team West, but amazing performance though from everyone. Yeah,
and I think it was nice to see. Yeah, it was nice to see the game plan for both sides coming. Like it was very obviously what their plan was. You know, the north side just keep sparring on the water. Purple get to land and get to the mainland and boom. And then the other team had a much more balanced approach, and it really one of the most decisive things, of course, what happened in Orange and the fact that it was so decisively able to defeat Orange, and that really, it seems to me like that had everything to do with the really late feudal.
Tarrant, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know why. Yeah, it's getting
maybe
a bit
I just
choppy.
need to speak a bit louder. I was just gonna say it was so decisive how what happened between Orange and Blue, and I think that all came down to the late feudal age time.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there.
I really liked Purple's move there. He did get a really early landing on the continent. I loved his kind of cavalier push there. Given the game dynamics, I would have said that Purple should have taken his knights already in the Castle Age and raided, because we know that in the very early phase of the Castle Age, people are really weak on the continent. You know, all they have is like a town center and that's it, no military. So I feel like Purple could have maybe raided a bit more. But honestly, like, it's really tough to play. I'm sitting on I'm an armchair observer here. So yeah, it is tough to do. So I really like those Burgundian Cavaliers, and I like Green's camel reaction. So, and I like the battle there between the red and gray on the top. So that was really interesting. All right, folks, do you want to jump over to the main chat there? And sorry, I'll Key, you can start the conversation there with the group. So I'm just gonna jump over. I'll see you guys there.
Do it.
Hello, folks. Oh my goodness, good game, everyone. That was quite a show. Any thoughts there from Team Cyber J, Team West, the Warm Colors?
They played much better than us.
Yeah, we were just straight up outplayed. I don't think there's anything more to it.
Yeah, we were really impressed by just you guys were definitely I thought you guys had a nice landing there. Who was it? Was it Purple there? The Burgundian was on the mainland going early. We really liked it. I did worry though, or I guess I was. It's too bad both games had a lot of water on it. So I guess maybe if it had been a more like a purely land map, then it might have been a different show, I guess. But honestly, just was really amazing to see both teams react. Team East. Rupinfish, or should I say hermetic fish, any thoughts on the game?
I actually thought I was about to lose my side versus red. I took some pretty bad engagement. I could tell in the early fights that I was being out microed, and I got pretty worried because usually the moment you lose the water, it gets out of control pretty quick. But thankfully kind of held together. I think I built another dock to just like really all in on water, and it seemed to be okay from there. But I was really worried to lose it. Yeah.
I had a blast, man. If you ever wanted a 1v1 or something, man, I had so much fun. I felt like we were pretty evenly matched there.
Yeah, that was like really close, really back and forth.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I'll do that again if you ever want to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be great to see. I'd watch that. I was gonna say in the first game that was really interesting. Maybe we can talk about it quickly. The Western team, the Rupinfish. You guys, you seem to kind of know what to do on that map. I really like the way Wimpy Fish, you took the Mediterranean Sea, the lake at the bottom there, and really just fished the heck out of it. And that was awesome, obviously, because you were under so much pressure. So interesting game as well. Key, I think you were gonna jump in at some point, so I might have cut you off earlier. Oh, Key, are you there?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I had my mic muted. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I was just gonna say, like, I've been in the exact same position Orange was in. I was just saying, like, sending 5 vills in feudal is what's helped me play this map a lot more. So you can just save like yourself, even just for like a lumber camp. Just stick them on a lumber camp somewhere.
This is for the second game, eh?
Yeah, I've literally had that exact position where I've been wiped on my island. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, no, it is
Invest
really
too
tough.
early. Yeah.
And like he said, I think he said as well when I jumped in, he was like, it gets out of hand quick so fast, which it really does. But like, and that, some of the plays that you made with like, we think if you got towers up earlier, you could have saved yourself. And we like the mangonel like shots and the tower and stuff. It was just fun. The castle denying, but then he came back over and got it up, and then it was just pretty good.
Yeah, that's all.
Forgot.
Charhunt, were you gonna say something there?
I was a bit distracted, actually. I think I got a raid on Twitch from Dave. And
really?
But I had forgotten to turn the game back. Like I switched to the Battle of the Continents background when the game got remade, and I forgot to switch back. So this is just a hilarious.
Oh no!
Really...
I did that for one of the games. That was actually so embarrassing. The second game on the tournament, I just forgot to switch back to the screen. So the whole game, I was just commentating on it, and it was just like the logo of the tournament, and you couldn't see anything. So that was really embarrassing. But anyway, but yeah, geez, guys, big GG to both teams. I mean, you guys advanced to the semifinals. That was really impressive. Like really great games in the group stage. I think team NPJ, you guys eliminated my team anyway. So obviously. Good job to do that and advancing and everything, and hope you guys enjoyed the best of the 3. So I don't know, we could, if you want, we could maybe do like a third place, like the two teams from the semifinals that don't advance to the finals. You so have like a third place game if you want we could talk about that, but anyway, there will be one more semifinal from the other group, so hopefully you guys can check that out. It's probably going to be next weekend, and then after that, the final will hopefully also be next weekend. So lots of games next weekend if everything goes well. So Team Rupinfish advances to the final. Good job to you guys. And thanks to Hypnos, who came in at the last minute to fill in for our Andrew Pintz, who unfortunately wasn't able to play today. But
yeah, no problem, guys. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I hope I'll be rooting for you. I hope you guys win it all.
Yeah, and anyone who wants to join the party over here, casting the game, just being amazed at the people playing, let us know, and hopefully you guys can join for the final of the other semifinal. So but yeah, so big thanks, guys, really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. GG's.
Thanks, guys.
Game, have a good one.
Or a good one.
Cheers.
Well played, everyone.
GG.
GG.